like most things with business and life, you wouldn't hold a wedding, a party, a 21st and 18th, a wedding anniversary event without a bit of planning. So plan your event. So write your guest list. Don't ring round the 10, 20 or however many people you're going to invite and try and coordinate a date that suits everyone. If you were planning somebody's 21st birthday party or 50th wedding anniversary, you'd choose a date and you'd invite people along. Okay, so decide on your location and decide on your date. Often with the people I'm working with, we'll pick two dates. So we might do a Tuesday evening and a Friday morning. That way, if you ring people and you invite them and they say, well, have you yoga every Tuesday evening? You say, oh, don't worry, I'm having another one on Friday morning. You get quite a lot of literature in your Start Your Journey pack, but have a chat with your sponsor or whoever's working with you to see if there's any other literature that you might need for your event. Depending on what you're going to cover in your event, there might be some literature that you'd like to add. Also, you can do your launch, especially your first launch, just with these products here. But if you're doing a slightly different event, have you got all the products you need for that event? And I don't mean all the products as in quantity, but do you want to take along some skincare? Do you want to take along something that doesn't come in the pack? Personally invite people. Gone are the days where you set up a Facebook event, you add 327 people to the event, and then come the day of your event, nobody turns up. You wouldn't do that for your wedding, your daughter's 21st, your auntie's wedding anniversary or something. You would invite people individually. This is a problem I've had quite recently with a new team member, and I don't know whether I didn't explain properly or she wasn't listening or it's just how things were. I think it's because she didn't know how to copy and paste on her phone. Okay, now that might seem simple, but don't presume that people know how to do what you know how to do. So she forwarded the message to about 60 people in her WhatsApp. And I had said at least 5 times, save the message, add the name in at the front, put something at the start so that it's personal to them, just as if you were inviting them to a birthday party. It wasn't till a week or two later that I found out she didn't know how to copy and paste. And I'd even said to her, oh, can you send me the invitation? No, this was after the event. Can you send me what you sent them? And it was then that the penny dropped. Nobody felt like they'd been personally invited. It was a generic message to loads of people. And so everyone thought, someone else will go, and she doesn't actually probably want me there because it's not even to me. Maybe she didn't even mean to send it to me. So make sure it is an invitation to that person. If you're somebody that sends physical invitations to events, send a physical invitation. This is your business. Run it how you want to run it. But if you want to set up an event on Facebook, and that's how you've done other things with other businesses, by all means do it, but then you've got to send people individual, because I know that's quite a thing for weddings now as well, isn't it? But send people individual invitations as well. I don't know about you, but life gets quite busy sometimes, and sometimes I don't know what day of the week it is, and when I do know what day of the week it is, I sometimes forget, unless I've got my diary in front of me, what's going on that evening. So pop your guests a message the day before, just to say, just giving you a reminder, got my launch tomorrow night, I'm so excited to see you there, really, really appreciate the support. And generate a bit of excitement. Again, make them feel special, that you're really valuing their support at your launch, not just that they're one on a list, that you value them being there. And then have a think, what you're going to have at your event. Light refreshments. It's not a 3-course meal, okay? I have had that once, not a 3-course meal, but a very, very large buffet came out and we broke for about 2 hours in the middle of a launch. I was there for about 5 hours. That's not what you want. Light refreshments only. And then when you've planned what you're going to need, your products, your literature, and the light refreshments, you're going to host your event. If at any point you're worrying, and this is more for the new people in the room, if you've been in the business 30 years and you're worrying, I'm sorry. But if you're new and you're worrying at any stage about any of these things, just speak to your sponsor. They've done all of this. Okay, they will have felt those same feelings. If you're feeling a bit nervous, that's absolutely fine. If you're not, great. But always communicate with your sponsor. So how are you going to set up your first event? Again, just keep it really, really simple. You don't need to look like a retail store. Again, you want people to think, this is nice, this looks nice. Not being funny, I could do that. Yeah, you're not there to impress. You're there to build your business, help people with their health, and spread the goodness of aloe. So you're going to display your Start Your Journey pack like this, or however you want. It doesn't have to be like that. It could just be on a little coffee table. I've done launches where there wasn't really anywhere to put anything. Everyone was squashed into the lounge, and I sat on the floor with the box in front of me. Okay, you're going to do it to suit you, to suit your sponsor if they're doing the launch for you, to suit your house, to suit the space you've got, completely up to suit your friends. If you've got, 6 or 7 gentlemen and ladies in their 80s and 90s, you're not going to say, come in, grab a seat on the floor. If you've got a load of youngsters, you can say, grab a cushion. There you go. So again, you do what you want to do. What I would also advise is to get yourself some of the small yellow bags. Here. Can everyone see these? Let me grab one of these. Pack of these, and they come packs of 5. And set up what we call an experience pack with some of your duplicates, and have that next to your box as well. You're going to have your product launch cards, which come in your literature pack. And as Louise said, those have the details on of all the products. So you literally could get your box and run this event the same day without knowing anything. It'd be good if you had a swig of the aloe and rubbed on a couple of the creams so you knew exactly what they felt like. But in theory, you can get that pack and go. Maybe do some aloe shots. Now, I don't get the aloe shots out at the start. I leave the aloe in the fridge and I pour them out when we're ready to drink them, because I think the aloe is much more delicious cold. Any other refreshments that you're doing, and any additional products. So I will often take on along either a DX4 or a Clean 9. And I do now take along, I say a box of collagen, I take an empty collagen box and a couple of sachets. Okay, so you don't need to, at the start of your business, go and buy all these extra things if you don't want to. Some people do, some people don't. It's your business, your way. And if you've got some good before and after C9 photos and that's what you want to do, then use that. Or if somebody in your team or somebody you know. If you don't want to have before and after photos there, you don't have to. Okay, everyone's got different views, different ways. I recommend C9 very much more for the health benefits than the weight loss. So I don't tend to have before and after photos. I've got people in my team that take before and after photos along to them with the launch, and that works really, really well. I tend to come from a physio background. I did the C9 and it really, really helped with my kind of how my body felt. So again, which angle do you want to come from for your business? Forever are very forward thinking. We've got, amazing products, scientific this, scientific that. This is what we've been doing in exactly the same way for 15, 20, probably 30 years because it works. Okay, so I would just say stick to this, and it's really, really simple. So at the start, the one thing that I get my new team person to say, so the new FBO, and I prepare them for this in advance and practice and make sure that they feel comfortable, and even if it's not wholly confident, they're feeling all right about it. They're just going to do a very, very brief story. Why have they started working with Forever? Okay, so if you are brand new, this is something you need to know. Why are you here? Why are you doing this? So I would say, I'm doing this for an extra couple of £100 a month because I love the products and I want to pay for the products with it. And that was what I used to say. I didn't say, I don't want to be a physiotherapist anymore, because I didn't know that's what it was. So you're going to get your new FBO, if that's you, great, to tell their story. And at the end of that, they're going to say thank you, or at the start, thank you for coming. I'm now going to hand over to Tina and she's going to host the rest of the event. And then they sit back, they listen. I do then ask them to be ready to answer a couple of questions on their favourite products, but I get them to tell me at the start which are their 2 favourite products. So it's not like they're in the kind of physics quiz or something, ready to be pounced on by a teacher. I would say, what are your 2 favourites? I will ask you when I talk about that product, what do you think about this? How do you find it? And they'll say, oh, it smells lovely, it's really helped my skin, something like that. That's what I like to do. You're then going to go through the company background. Why our aloe? See? So you've already learnt these things from Louise, but they're also on the product launch cards. But those product launch cards aren't interchangeable for Louise's training. So it's an add-on. Okay. So why our aloe? And then you're going to talk about each product and pass it round. Okay. So on your table in front of you, you have some tubes of product. So what I would like you to do is one end of the table, pick up one end of the table, pick up the other. Now you will be doing one at a time when you're at a launch, okay? So I'm going to pretend you're all at my launch, and we're just going to pretend it's all the same product. So if you've got children at launches, because my children were 2 and 7 when I started, so my 2-year-old came pretty much everywhere with me, I would give her the tube and say, can you take that to the lady on the end of the sofa? And she'd go running over with the tube of aloe. So what I'd like you all to do is open the tube, whichever one you've got, just pop a little bit on the back of your hand and rub it in. I hope someone's taken all the seals off. You're going to rub that in. And then if it's the aloe jelly, you're going to talk about the benefits of the aloe that are on your card and say, doesn't that feel nice? You'll feel it might be a little bit sticky. That's the aloe. That's absolutely fine. And then you're going to pass the tube to the next person, and they're going to try a little bit. And then they're going to pass the tube to the next person. Now, luckily, the cooling lotion doesn't come in the box. Years ago, the heat lotion came in the pack, and you had to be really careful in what order you gave things and have some like water wipes on hand. And there were a lot more creams and less other things, and people kind of working up their arms. But these are our topicals in this product. Pass them around. Let people feel them. And this isn't an aloe lecture that you're giving. This isn't just information. People will buy the one that they like the feel of. Yes, they'll be listening to you talk and what you're talking about, how it would benefit them. But I have people buy the Propolis just because they like the smell of it. They've not even been listening to what I've said. They've just said, yeah, that one smelled really good. What do I do with it? Okay, so don't be precious about your products. Let people try them. You've got enough there for an upper body. Share testimonials. If you're brand new, have some testimonials of people in your team already that have been with the company a while. Print them off. Use the customer reviews that Louise spoke about. One of the first people that joined my team was Claire Spencer. She was an ex-childminder. And I was a physiotherapist with a degree and, all these qualifications and letters after my name. And I remember going along to one of her launches because I said, you've got to show me what you're doing because you're doing so much better at these launches than I am. And I had literally gone into doctor mode. In every launch that I did, I was listing ingredients and why this is better than that and like blah, 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 blah. And I went along to Claire's launch and she would pick up the Propolis and say, oh my gosh, this smells delicious. Get it on your dried skin. And everyone would say, oh, I'll have one of those. And I was absolutely, it put me in my place. And that's when I realised success in Forever has absolutely nothing to do with what you've done before. Yeah, it's what you do going forward. It has nothing to do with, don't get me wrong, I didn't think I was better than Claire, but I knew more. Of course I knew more, understood what the ingredients were, understood how each product worked. Nobody at those launches, until I did a launch that had 2 pharmacists and a brain surgeon at. And that was the one with the 2-hour buffet. But anyway, other than that, in 15 years, I've never had anyone want to know the information that I was trying to give them. They want to know what it does, what it smells like, how it helps them. So let people try. And just focus on your, either the products in the pack or your top 5 to 7 products. Okay? Product knowledge is good. Learn about the products. Come to product school because that is going to help you to build your business. But when you first start, just pick your favourites that you know how they feel, what they smell like, what they taste like if it's one that you should be tasting. And then once you've focused on those, answer any questions. Now for new people, the answer any questions thing, again, can set the nerves off. And that in itself can be enough to stop somebody holding a launch. What do I say if somebody asks me a question? If your sponsor's there, they may well be able to answer those questions. But they may not. So what you say is, I don't know the answer to that, but do you know what? I'll find out and I'll get back to you tomorrow. And I once learned from being in an interview where I tried to answer a question I didn't know the answer of, and got myself in a big, big hole. And afterwards, my supervisor said, "We were just waiting for you to say I don't know." People don't mind. They like the honesty. It's fine to say we don't have a product for that. So don't claim that we've got a product that helps something if we haven't. And it's fine to say, I don't know. Let me make a note of it and I will get back to you. Next steps. Do mention we're looking for business partners. If there's a few people or a couple of people or one person in the room that's really engaged with you, that's shown an interest, go up to them afterwards and say, I would love to have a chat with you to show you what Jenny's doing. Might be for you, might not, but you'll certainly be able to refer some people in her way. Hand out your brochures and free prize draw questionnaires. It's a really, really great way of gathering information. Make sure you are registered and GDP compliant. Go around and talk to every guest individually. I often say, I don't know if this is the right thing to say or not. Sorry, Louise. Because we're not looking for people that are ill, remember. But I say one of the things that aloe does is help digestion and bowels. I'm happy to answer any questions, but if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask or speak about in private, I'll be in the kitchen. And some people do want to talk about those things. I'm fine with that. It doesn't mean I'm seeking out sort of illness. So talk to every guest individually and ask them what were their top three. What ones did you really enjoy when I was talking, or what ones did you love the feel of, the smell of, etc. And then I just say, this is the ordering process. You can order here this evening. Products will arrive in about 3 to 4 days. We can take payment this evening. Jenny's going to come round now and take any of your orders. So I will leave the new business owner to take the orders. If a new person says to me, oh, that part really, really scares me, then we'll have a conversation and we'll say, right, okay, let's do it in a way that makes you feel comfortable. After the event, make sure that you follow up on your prize draw questionnaires. Don't waste that data. If somebody ticked a box saying they'd like more information on the weight management programme, make sure you follow that up. Add anybody that you've met to your social media. So if there's somebody that's come along that you're not on social media with, or they've got a family member, say it'd be great to connect. Find them on social media, add them on social media. If you've got a customer group, invite them into your customer group. Don't just add people. Always ask someone, would you like to be invited? Would you like to be added to my customer group? And put their name on your who do you know list. If you're doing your launch for a new team member, talk them through these steps and make sure that they are doing these things with their guests. And the day after the launch or the evening of the launch, depending on when you've done it, send everybody an individual with their name at the top, personalised thank you message to say, I really, really appreciated your support. It was great to have you there. You're going to get spin-off events. We mentioned that earlier. So you can say, we're looking to have a skincare event soon. Who would like to have a skincare event? Who would like to have a mother and toddler event? You can book in more events from that launch. You will get new business partners. Some people say, I had 2 people at my very first launch say to me, well, if it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. Okay, so it was on trust. They were long-term friends. That doesn't happen all the time. Sorry if I've now given you that expectation. But my point is, if you're doing a launch for you, and if you've been in the business a while, you can do launches regularly. You can do launches whenever you want. It's not just a one-off when you start. It is a great way of showing people what you do, the simplicity of what you do. And along the way, you will get some business partners from launches. You're going to get case credits, so your business is going to grow. If somebody couldn't order on the night, wasn't sure what to have, maybe it's not quite payday and they want to wait a couple of days, make sure that they've got your shop link. Explain the order process to them. Some people just want to go online and shop. Other people would say, oh, can you order for me? Okay. I've got an elderly customer. There's no way she's going to go online and order because she doesn't do anything online. If somebody didn't order on the night, don't feel awkward to say, hey, Sarah, have you had a chance to look at the order brochure? I'll be placing the orders tomorrow, so just let me know if there was anything you'd like. We spoke about the propolis cream on the night, and you said you loved how it felt, and it really was nice on your elbows. Do you want me to pop one of those onto the order? That's not being pushy. I still don't consider myself a salesperson, because to me, salesperson is someone that knocks on doors, trying to sell something that people don't want or need. there's nothing wrong with double checking, because what I have learned in 15 years is you lose customers if you don't just double check and offer them, because your customers and people out there are waiting for you to go to them. And then after somebody has placed an order, either on the night or in the following few days, just ask, could you do a favour for me? And if I'm doing a launch for a new person, I'll say this at the launch. Thank you so much all for supporting Jenny. Could you do a favour? Could you do one of two things? Would you love to have a launch with a few guests of your own? Or Jenny needs to learn a short presentation. Will you be I usually say guinea pig, but this week I've had 3 people that don't know what guinea pig means. So would you be a dummy? Would you be a practice for her and just give us 20 to 30 minutes of your time? And people are happy to support, especially someone if for some reason they've not bought anything, maybe they can't afford to buy something. I do always say, you're here to support Jenny and her business. This isn't a hard sell. We go on word of mouth recommendation. That's how our business is built. So we would love you more than anything to learn about Jenny's business and go out there and tell other people about it. That is what we would really love you to do. And at the end, if for whatever reason someone hasn't bought, they either don't want something on that occasion or they're thinking, okay, it's not payday for another week, often they will want to help in other ways. So give them those other ways that they can help. Okay, we're all doing all right. So coffee catch up. Again, keep it simple. You could meet someone in a coffee shop. You could meet them in your lunch hour. Often people are starting their forever business around very full-time jobs. So I worked part-time in the physio clinic, but the rest of my part-time was running around after a 2 and 7-year-old. So I would make once my daughter was at school or the day she was at play school, I would make an arrangement to meet someone in my lunch break, because my lunch break wasn't actually doing anything other than giving me space to eat. So I would eat in 15 minutes. That gave me 45 minutes to do some things for my forever business. So I would meet someone, over coffee. You might go to the gym, or you might go to the gym to use the cafe. They're both fine things. You don't always get into the gym. It could be that you meet in a hotel foyer, hotel coffee shop, hotel bar. You might invite somebody round to your house like you would ordinarily do for a coffee. Where do you have coffee with people? How easy is it to take along a little yellow bag with 3 or 4 products and a product brochure in and just say, look, I'd love you to try these. Children's play area. I would say the first 3 years of my business were built in a children's play area, whether that was showing people the business, coaching people in the team. We would do everything at this kind of loud volume over the kids running around and screaming. Just go wherever your people are. Don't leave somebody out of your friends because you no longer have little children. They have little children, so they need to be more flexible. Suggest, even though it might feel really horrible to go back to a children's play centre when your children have grown up, suggest, would you like me to come for coffee at the play centre? I'll bring a few of my products. Do what's easy for them. And just take your little yellow bag. You can just put maybe 3 or 4 of the products from your Start Your Journey pack, pop the brochure in, and maybe a couple of samples if you've got any samples. But put different samples to the products that you've put in there. So experience packs, the little yellow bags. I mean, we used to do these in baskets. People got really, really creative before the company gave us these lovely bags. If you do use these for your experience packs, when they get tatty, please replace them. Oh gosh, no. So the benefits of experience packs is I'm going to go over here for now. You can do this from day one in your business. Day one in your business. Okay, keep it simple. Tailor it to the person that you're speaking to. So if you're using the products out of your Start Your Journey pack, 2 or 3 products is enough. Propolis cream, aloe jelly, purple moisturiser. Okay, pop it in and let people experience the product. So make sure you put your product brochure, any flyers. I love the yellow aloe drink leaflets. We didn't have those years ago. We didn't have most of the stuff you've got now. So yeah, don't put it all in, but select it with a few flyers. And then you can pop in a notebook with some feedback. What this does is it makes somebody use the products, because I've had countless experience packs over the years where I was too rushed, just dropped them off and people never tried the products. Take the seals off. That's my other tip, because people don't like to, don't know whether it's a British thing, but people don't like to take the seals off, or it wasn't open, I didn't like to use it. Pop a notebook in and say, I would love your feedback on all of these products. I'd love a little review on all of the products. Thank you so much. So you're gonna create your product pack, arrange to drop off and pick up in your diary. They are appointments. Okay, don't say I'll drop it around sometime next week. I will drop it around on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Actually, I'll drop it around at Friday at 11 o'clock in the morning. Ideally, you want to pop in, have a 10-minute chat about the products, build that relationship if you don't know them very well. But some people will just kind of want it at the door. You know that person, do what suits them. Okay, make sure they know when you're going to pick it up. I had a few occasions when I'm at the door ringing, I'm here to pick up my pack. Oh, we're not in. Okay, so book it in your diary and maybe confirm before you go round. I'll be picking up the pack this afternoon. That also gives them a chance, if they haven't tried the products, to try them all and put a review in your book. And then when those products come back to you, so let's say you've used your new products from your Start Your Journey pack, when they come back to you, don't just put them in another pack to give to the next person, okay? You need to look at those products. If you're going to lend them out to the next person, they need to be fully cleaned, antibacterial, outside, take the tops off. I don't tend to lend things like tooth gel, or if I do, I say to someone like, this is just for you to look at and not, it's personal preference. Deodorants, I tend to say, if you want to try the deodorant, it comes with the 60-day money back guarantee. I would ask that you buy it, and if you don't get on with it, you can have a refund. 2, aloe bars. Who's ever had an aloe bar, been to an aloe bar, seen an aloe bar? Oh, lots of people. Okay, lovely. Bear with. So, why would you do an aloe bar? Shout some things at me. Why you'd do an aloe bar? Customers, gel drinkers. Get people tasting the products. Talking to people, getting to people to know who you are and what you do. Brand awareness. Yeah? Brand awareness is getting you out there with your yellow bottle and your little yellow shot glasses. Yeah, confidence. Talking to strangers. You're brought up, aren't you? Don't speak to strangers. You join Forever and we say go and speak to strangers. Yeah, exactly. So it's going to help your confidence. And even if you're thinking, oh, I don't think I could go and do one of those, speak to your sponsor. Go and do it together. Okay, if your sponsor lives a long way away, get a friend to go with you. Okay, tell her about today's training. Tell her what you're going to be doing at the or him what you're going to be doing at the aloe bar, and both go along. Find a reason or find a way to do something rather than a reason not to. You're going to gain customers. You can take your prize draw questionnaires, so that's your data collection. Make sure you're GDPR compliant though. You'll get referrals because when you're talking to people, people like to tell you what their mother-in-law, their dad, their granny, their cousin like to talk about other people, don't they? You can get referrals in that way, and it will lead on to other events. Got a lovely couple of Forever's current models on that last page there. So where are you going to do aloe bars? People that have done aloe bars, shout out where you did them. Gyms. Baby sensory, there we go. Perfect. Children's play centres. In your office at work at lunchtime.
Out the garden in the summer.
Out the garden in the summer. Nice. I like that. Yeah.
Lots of ice, maybe some spirit.
Yeah, maybe. You can, get creative with your aloe bar. So yeah, host something in your garden, invite some people round, strangers, whoever you want. Schools, preschools, look at what events have got going on. Cafes, bars, vegan cafes. So yeah, vegan cafes, Pardon? Dog cafes, wow, yeah, cat cafes. We've gone to Japan all of a sudden. Okay, toddler groups, speak to somebody there. Would you mind if I, just in this little foyer on the way in and out at the end of the next session, come and have a little aloe bar? I'll bring along some tasters, some free samples. What do you think? Yoga classes, any fitness classes, anywhere where there are people. Supermarkets might let you do something in the foyer. You go along and there's sometimes somebody talking about double glazing on the way in or the way out. Go and ask the store manager. Oi, that bloke there selling his double glazing? I'd love to come along and offer your customers some free samples of this, that and the other. There might be some sort of health and safety or food stuff to clear, but just check. Tabletop events, community groups. On the screen here, I think it's Claire. Yeah, she was at a like an elderly living, supported living environment. It wasn't really a care home because it was more like a holiday resort, but there are a lot of it was a very high end, like a care home, but very high end hair salon, gym, people there, the staff, the clients, the residents, a percentage of them are going to be interested in the products. And you can do themed events. You could do an aloe bar that's sports themed. So you can have your aloe shots, and then you could take along your cooling lotion and your MSM. I'm going to come back because I rushed the last section and I've just realised pup boxes. No, they're not called pup boxes anymore. Experience packs. You can theme your experience packs. So if you're new in the business and you think, well, I've put 4 of those in a bag and lent it to my friend and they liked one of the products, but I think they'll really like the cooling lotion, the MSM, because they do a lot of running. You can do a sports experience pack. Someone's just had a baby? Propolis cream, aloe soap, aloe jelly, maybe something nice for the mum, the perfume to try. Pardon? Aloe first. Okay. What other themed experience packs could we have? Skincare. Teenage skin. Brilliant. Animals, gardeners. So in the gardening pack, what would you pop in your gardening experience pack? Cooling lotion, jelly, propolis.
Maybe something to theme in, you get a little sort of fork and a little spade.
Yeah, so you can add things into your, sun cream, You can even put in an aloe blossom tea bag for when they're finished in the garden. Top tips for your aloe bar. It is an aloe bar. You're not trying to look like Del Boy Trotter with everything under the sun, in one side of your coat and in the other side of the coat. Often you do an aloe bar on just a little table like this. So just keep it really, really simple. Short and sweet, it says on the screen. You can take samples, obviously, in brochures because you're going to chat to people about, as Louise said, did you know you can drink aloe? Once somebody knows that they can drink aloe and they can put it in their body, they'll be more than happy to put it on their body. On that note, there are over 400 species of aloe. There's only 2 or 3 that are safe to ingest. So at your product launches, your events, if somebody says, I've got an aloe plant on my windowsill, along with all the advice Louise gave, I will often say, maybe one of the ones that aren't safe to ingest. So please don't take anything I'm saying here and transfer it to your plant on the windowsill. Okay, so aloe barbadensis Miller is what all of our products have, and there are maybe 2 others that are safe, but ours are better. Take your prize draw questionnaires, because then when you're having a conversation about did you know you could drink aloe, would you like to fill in one of our free prize draw questionnaires? Don't be offended if somebody says no, they don't want to fill in a free prize draw questionnaire just because you think it's free. What have they got to lose? Some people just don't want to, and that's fine. Okay. I used to get really offended when they said, no, I don't want to fill in one of your free prize draw questionnaires. And I'd say, but it's free. Free? I said free. And, some people are just grumpy. It introduces your local area to what you're doing. Okay, so really, really popular. Any sort of health or wellness setting, absolutely fab. Go in and say, I'm really breathing down this microphone. I can't hear myself doing that. Oh, she's taking a photo. I mustn't flap this microphone over here either. Familiarity. If it's, let's say, for example, it's a gym. You might be there on the first occasion. Everyone will just scurry in, scurry out, completely ignore you. You get home and you think, that was worth it. No one even spoke to me. The next time you go, a couple of people might speak to you, fill in a prize draw questionnaire. I see some nodding around the room. It's familiarity. It might take 2, 3, maybe 4 visits until people start to come up to you and say, I recognise you, I saw you here before. Because they've started to feel a bit more trust towards you. Because you haven't just turned up once, taken money off people, never to return. Okay? People are very sceptical sometimes out there. I don't know if anyone else ever meets sceptical people. Yeah. So that familiarity, go back, have a regular, I'm going to come every Wednesday at 2:00. People start, once a month maybe, or every Wednesday if you can, whatever you sort with the location. People warm to you, the trust is built up, and that will build up your customers. So it's not just aloe you sell at an aloe bar, but it's aloe that people come to try. Okay, moving along. Who's done a DX4? Wow. Who's done a C9? Amazing. Who's followed that on with an F15? Oh, good. Okay. If you've not tried any of those, I would recommend working your way through them. The DX4 is absolutely fantastic. It's only 4 days. People love it. And then most of you know about the C9 and F15. To sell these programs, these plans, you need to know what they involve. Once you've experienced it, I promise you, you're going to be able to explain it, you're going to be able to recommend it, you'll know who to recommend it to much more easily. So put that on your list, plan for the future to do these programs. When you're following one of the programs and you use social media, vlog your journey on your social media. Tell people how you were feeling, why you're doing it. You haven't got to bear all. You don't have to become Kim Kardashian to use social media. You haven't got to be posting 10, 20, 30 times a day. Okay? But vlog it. Put a picture on each day. Or a little video. God, I was feeling really, really low in energy. Couldn't really, my brain just was foggy. So I'm going to give this 4-day program a go. Watch this space. And then each day just pop on and tell people how you're feeling. Okay? It's not about shoving the products all over your social media to make your social media look like some sort of online shop. You've got your online shop for when somebody wants to buy. Use your social media for people to get to know you, and through you they will get to know about the products, for people to like you, hopefully, and then that's when the trust comes. It says build intrigue and curiosity. Don't do like some companies do and hold a product up and do like, I'm not telling you what this is because it's a secret. Okay, be proud of your products. There's a difference between plastering it all over social media and being too scared to show what it is. Okay? Show people what you've eaten, the supplements you've taken. Just give them a little insight into the program. And then share your results. For some people that might be, with one of the programs it may be weight loss. Talk about the weight loss. But certainly with the DX4, it's how did you feel? And people are really, really interested in knowing right now, in this current time, that something has made you feel differently. I think gone are the days of fit into that little black dress. But I've got the confidence to wear that black dress and I've got lots of energy. Is what people are looking for. So how can you make somebody feel? Habits. The DX4 especially, and the Clean 9 to some extent, is helping people change habits. So share on your social media, these were the habits that I was looking to change, and this is what's enabled me to change those habits. Again, I personally try and avoid things like bad habits and good habits. I tend to use habits that I didn't want, that weren't serving me, habits that are going to move me forward to my fitness goal, to my health goal, to have more energy. So share with people what it is you personally are looking to change and how each of those products has helped you. How they've impacted your health, your mindset, how they've impacted how you do your job, how you perform in a sport or something. Just be honest. I'm flipping these cards around again, aren't I? I'm so sorry. Use your personal page to vlog your journey. Use a customer group. Think of it a bit like a funnel. I'm going to put these cards down because it's really not fair on. Use your personal page is a bit like the top of the funnel, your profile. People are going to get a little bit of an insight there. But then take people away from that and say, I'd love to give you some information. If you've got a customer group, put them into your customer group, or have a chat, make a phone call, whatever you do as that next step. Turn a message or a comment or something on your social media into a conversation. Take that person from being a social media contact to a person in the real world. Yep. We are not a direct sales company, okay? We're a network marketing company, but ultimately we're a people company. This isn't just about selling as much product as you can. This is about getting to know a person, giving them the products that are going to fit what they're looking for, what they need, and what are going to help them. Okay, so your customer care is what's going to bring people back to you time and time again. If somebody does do a DX4, a C9 or F15, ask them to vlog it for you, because then everybody they know is going to see their results and they will get sent to you as well. Ask for referrals. Make sure that towards the end of the programme, now that's probably the start of the DX4, but make sure somebody knows what comes next for them. Is it the next programme? Is it a particular product in that programme that's going to benefit them? Some people love a DX4 and then go on to a C9. Some people just want to do DX4 and get the benefits from that. Ask somebody how they felt during and afterwards. Especially with the C9 and the DX4, the drinking gel is a big part of those programs. Make sure someone knows the reason they're feeling so good is because they've been drinking that gel. And make sure in advance of them finishing the program, you've had a conversation to say, are you going to carry on drinking the gel? Because that's a big reason to why you're feeling so good. And see what products they would like to continue with. The focus of 2024 is good health, and that comes from up above, doesn't it, Louise? That's from Greg. So the focus of 2024 is good health. So everything we've been saying here today is in line with that. It's not about flogging product. It's not about case credits. Well, it is. But it's not about this. It's not about that. It is about good health for you and for everybody that you know. When you've posted anything on Facebook, make sure you follow it up, whether it's a story, a static post, a reel, whatever you've done. If somebody likes it, comments on it, send them a message to their inbox. Thank you so much for liking my post. That made a real difference to me. I'll often say, I'm trying to post more on my social media for my business, and it's really supportive, or it really makes me pleased to know that somebody's liked it, somebody's looked at it. It's just a way of starting a conversation. And then you can decide where you take that conversation. But it may be somebody that you've not spoken to for years, comments, and it's a door to just having a conversation. It's not a door to having a conversation and offering, would you like to buy that product then? Okay, it's the first step to a conversation. But do follow up. If you're posting on social media, what's your purpose? You want to start conversations. If it is a product post, and you've said, I didn't really have any energy, and gosh, I wasn't really concentrating at work. However, now I feel X, Y, Z, and somebody has liked it, then it's fine to say, thanks for liking my post. Would you like some more info on how I got that energy? That's fine if it's something specific that they've liked. And if you know somebody that's good at blogging, vlogging, all of those things, ask them to do a DX4, C9, F15 and vlog for you. You don't have to be, as I said, Kim Kardashian. You just need to be you. Because the people that know you, or the people that, I hate the word follow, it sounds a bit stalkerish, doesn't it? The people that follow you on social media, see you on social media, they are interested in you. They're not interested in somebody else that's had certain results. If you've got a friend that's going to have similar, habits that they want to change, that you want to change, that's what's going to appeal to them. Do make sure that you're a product of the product. It's so much easier to recommend the products that you're using. It feels comfortable. You can do some posts on your social media of you using the product. Again, it doesn't have to be, I've just washed my hair and this is the shampoo. It can literally be, I don't know why I've used shampoo because now you're naked in the shower on social media. That's not good. Let's change the product, okay? I was trying to sort of say, where would I put the phone? How am I going to video this? You could literally have your aloe pump soap and just some nice music and wash your hands, or it could just be in the background. A bit of product placement like you see in the movies. Think of a James Bond movie. There's a watch, there's a car, there's a whatever. Just pop your products, subtly. Not in every post, but occasionally. And it's that subliminal. It's just going in. People are noticing. I still get people, gosh, my upline will be crazy for me, but I still get people saying, do you still do that aloe thing? Yes. And I think every time I post something on social media, all the however many 100 people that I'm connected with go, oh, here she goes again. But to be honest, most of them haven't even seen it. It's a handful of people that are looking. So be real, be authentic, but pop a bit on there. Very different to a feed of Google images. Yeah, it's you they're interested in. If you had I remember one of the girls in the team had her aloe shaker. It was Juliana Bevan, I can put it out there, and she didn't put the top on, and she was in her Range Rover, and she shook the shake all over the car, and she turned it into a social media post, and people loved it. People liked it. I'm not suggesting that's the post to use, but yeah. And put on there 60-day money back guarantee. It could be that you're using one of the the facial creams or something. You know, my skin's so much better since I've been using this cream. I've tried so many others. This one comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. Have you tried numerous face creams? Or, you know, use polls, use things like that. Mention the 60-day money-back guarantee because that is an absolute win with anyone that's tried numerous products. So we want you to choose your methods of retailing. So 5 ideally. Now you've not got to do these every day, but 5 things. So you might need to look back through your notes. 5 ways that you're going to focus on in 2024, the year of good health. 5 ways that you're going to be retailing your products, and we'll give you a couple of minutes to do that, and then I'll ask some what's the word? Answers. So, table on the right, somebody's retail, shout something out. What are you going to do? Vlog it. Oh, nice, I like it. Over there, one of yours. Number 3, someone's number 3 on that table. Aloe bars. Number 2 down here. Tabletops. Number 4 on your list, anyone? Experience packs, lovely. And number 3 on someone's list here?
Mine was experience packs.
Oh, number 4.
Coffee catch-ups.
Coffee catch. The coffee catch-ups were your number 1. I like it. Oh, build relationships. Coffee catch-ups, perfect. Coffee catch-ups are great if you move to a new area as well. Definitely. Table there, something that's number 2 on someone's list. Oh, brilliant. So getting some friends together. Perfect. Someone over there, number 4 on your list. WI talks. Yeah, lovely. Going along to WIs if anyone's got any groups like that. And this table here, number 5 on someone's list. Product launches, yeah. Don't forget a bog standard product launch. Yeah, a basic or a themed product launch. Always a winner. Never ending of those. Okay, wonderful. So, what we want to do now is just get your circulation. The physio in me is a bit nervous that everyone's been sitting, you know, we could have flown to, you know, Turkey by now, couldn't we? So, I want you to stand up if you're brand new, if you've ever done it, and if you're not brand new, if you have done a product event in 2024. Okay, big round of applause for those people with their product event. Wonderful. Okay. Pop yourself back down. Get your feet flapping up and down. Just get those calves pumping for me, guys. Okay, who has ever done an experience pack drop-off, putt box, whatever you want to call them? Amazing. Big round of applause to all of you. Okay. So, those people that have done events this year, what sort of events have you done? Pop your hand up. Okay. A relaunch. And was that for yourself or for somebody in your team? Fantastic. Wonderful. So, what's your name, sorry? Lisa did a relaunch. So, getting your business going again? Yeah, getting the business going again. Invited some people around. Fabulous.
I went to a health and wellness event at the end of January, so
Yep.
everybody was all very much.
Oh, perfect. Brilliant. A health and wellness event in January where everyone is focusing on their health and wellness. Tabletop at a gym. Amazing. Again, this part of the year is brilliant. I mean, any part of the year, but right now everyone's focusing on that, aren't they? Same. Sports centre tabletop. Wonderful. Claire. A WhatsApp event. WhatsApp event charity. So again, if you're not au fait with what a WhatsApp event is, it's come and ask Claire. She'll be doing a clinic in the corner. So a WhatsApp event is an event. We tend to not do them for your first event because they're very, non-personal, but they're great for people that don't want to meet other people and just want to have a look at a bit of product info. Great for raising a bit of money. You don't do them for your first launch because we want you to be in the room with people or at least sort of be online with faces. But a WhatsApp event is definitely one to have in the repertoire. Well done. I hope it was successful. Who else had a hand up? Yep. Oh, a tabletop at a Chinese New Year. Wow. Okay, so brilliant. And was it a success? Oh, 1,200 people in the room for a Chinese New Year. And you filled how many? Fantastic. So you can see, you can literally have a coffee catch up with one friend, or you can speak to a room of 1,200. It's up to you. It's your business. Run your business your way. From those people that have done events in 2024, have you had repeat orders yet, or are we a bit soon? Oh, we're in March. Have we had some repeat orders in 2024? Yes. Customers don't all come at once. When you're brand new, you've not got 2 weeks to find your full customer base. But who in the room has built up, let's say, 10 customers over time? Okay, wonderful. Who's got more than 10 customers? Wow. Okay. How? What was that?
She said it's like an auction.
I do feel a bit like an auctioneer. So by being consistent, having a launch, doing some events, doing some aloe bars, you will gradually build up your customer base. Okay. So this is your business. It's not a race, but if you want more customers, you've got to go out there and speak to more people.